Hi, I'm Steph Fearon from Smokey Café and welcome to musicalworld.tv.
Wat zijn we nu?
Ze is altijd mijn favoriet geweest tijdens Over the Rainbow. Steph Fearon. Ze heeft een baan gekregen nadat ze afscheid moest nemen. Hier achter mij in de Landor Theater, Smokey Joe's Café.
Can I just give us a yell?
En hier is ze naast me, Steph Fearon. Steph, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Thanks for having us.
No problem, no problem.
I've been washed out for the full pairs of socks and have them hanging off the line. I've been starching iron 2 dozen shirts before you can count from 1 to 9.
Since you were my favorite during Over the Rainbow, I'll have to apologize for Andrew Lloyd Webber sending you away.
Oh no, I think it was a blessing in disguise because now I'm doing an amazing show and I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yes.
So.
Tell us, where are we?
We're at the Landor Theater in Clapham, where we're doing Smokey Joe's Café. Yeah, this is our 3rd week now, 2nd week now. Yeah, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Great cast, great show.
I can scoop up a great big dipper full of lard from the drippings can. Don't know it in this good, go out do my shopping and be back before enough ends up pain. 'Cause I'm a woman, W-O-M-A-N. I'll say it again.
Well, all the songs are quite old, but they're legendary as well. You know, there's songs like Jailhouse Rock, Stand By Me, Hound Dog. You know, a lot of people in the audience know the songs and I think want to just get up and sing with us actually sometimes.
The songs by Leiber and Stoller, well, I know Rodgers and Hammerstein, Candor and Ebb, even Stock Aitken and Waterman. Tell us about Leiber and Stoller. Or should I say Lieber and Stoller?
Lieber and Stoller, yeah, well, they wrote so many legendary tunes, and this show actually features 38 of them
38?
in an hour and a half, so we just cram them all in. But yeah, so many people know their music, and it's just a really lively musical.
I can rip and scrub this whole house till it's shining like a dime. Feed my baby, grease the car and part on my face at the same time.
There isn't an actual storyline, there's no dialogue throughout the show, but our director, Michael Rand, has been amazing and directed it in a way that every character has their own journey through the musical, so we all have our own little storylines.
And what is yours?
Well, I'm in love with Ed in the story. Everyone's in love with Ed in the story, but yeah, he chooses me to be with, and we have our own like little love story throughout the show. But yeah, we're all kind of reminiscing about the old days in the neighbourhood, and after the first number, the story kind of goes back, and we reminisce about old times, and it's like a reunion, like a school reunion.
Get all dressed up, go out and swing to 4 a.m. and then lay down at 4, get up at 6, start all over again, 'cause I'm a woman. W-O-M-A-N. I'll say it again.
What kind of audience are you targeting with this show?
I do think that the show kind of targets all ages, to be honest.
All ages?
Yeah, but
It's not a road to nostalgia, this.
no, it is a road to nostalgia. You know, a lot of the middle-aged kind of people, you know, they get the music, they get the style, and you know, they're singing, you know, listening to songs that they already know, whereas the little kids aren't going to know the songs as well. But I mean, it still targets all ages, and it's a great show for everyone.
If you come to me sickly, you know I'm gonna make you well. If you come to me fixed up, you know I'm gonna break the spell.
But people that have Lady Gaga on their iPods, what do they get from this show?
I mean, it's funny. This show's funny, you know, and if they appreciate good music, then this show's the right one because, like, every tune is just amazing. 8-part harmonies all through the show, and it's just great, and it's got a lot of heart and soul.
If you come to me hungry, I'm gonna fill you full of grits. But if you know that you like it, I'll kiss you and give you a share of the face. 'Cause I'm a woman. W-O-M-A-N. I'll say it again.
6 months ago, would you have ever imagined that you would headlining a poster?
no way. 6 months ago, I was working in a bar.
In a bar?
I was working in a bar.
Yes, I remember. I saw the scenes.
Yeah, sob. But yeah, that was the truth. And yeah, I was starting to actually doubt myself actually about what was happening with my life because it was just so hard.
What were your plans then, 6 months ago?
Well, I was auditioning all the time.
Auditioning for musicals, for theatre, for TV,
everything. TV, for musicals. I mean, I did get a job when I first came out of college, but then I was working in a bar for like a couple months, and I was like, oh, it's so hard. But then, obviously, I auditioned for Dorothy, and here I am now, and it's the best thing I ever did.
'Cause I'm a woman.
You have quite famous parents. Couldn't they, we all know Galaxy with Dancing Tight, couldn't they help you?
Well, I mean, obviously they've come from a very pop dance background, and that's always something that I would love to do eventually, but it wasn't my passion right now. Right now I just wanted to do the musical theatre, the acting, because it's two very different worlds actually, and I've seen how hard it actually is. My dad actually made the studio himself when he was younger, made his own record label and really struggled, and I could have that option, going down that route, but it is very, very difficult, and right now I just want to focus on musical theatre.
Let's reminisce a while about Over the Rainbow.
For me, it wasn't taxing. There were hard times, there were ups and there were downs, but I wouldn't change anything.
No?
The experience was just phenomenal. Throughout the whole experience was just amazing. But yeah, it was hard work, yeah.
You fall in love.
It was just a completely we were just in our Dorothy bubble for 3 months, and we weren't in reality at all. It was just like a dream, the whole thing.
Make believing is hard alone. Out here on my own.
My favourite song sung by you was Out Here on My Own.
Oh, really?
But after that, Andrew Lloyd Webber said, I love you, but I don't think you're the part.
Oh, well, at the time it was devastating because you work so hard throughout the week, and all you want to do is please, and especially the Lord, and then you're standing there, waiting for his reaction, and then you get that, and it is quite heartbreaking at the time,
yes.
But you just have to pick yourself up.
I only worry about whether or not, in fact, this Dorothy is the right one for you. It's only about the role, not about your talent.
It was so early in the competition.
Yeah.
Didn't you think, well, why should I go on?
Yeah, you do. The first week was the hardest for me, being in the bottom two, and then that week was just an absolute nightmare. I was just like, your confidence just gets, ripped to shreds, and you're just like, why am I here? But then you just got to think, well, I'm here for a reason, and I'm going to go out there and do my thing, and show everyone what I can do. And yeah, I did the next week, and that was amazing. After doing in New York and hearing that I wasn't in the bottom two, it was just incredible.
Our very own Lord, Andrew Lloyd Webber!
The Lord himself. He was very funny, especially together with Graham Norton. How was he to you?
Eccentric could be an understatement.
Explain.
He's obviously a genius, and everyone has great respect for Andrew. I do as well. He's just a bit funny.
Funny ha or
No,
funny
just-
strange?
No. No, Andrew, no, he's just funny. He's just eccentric and a bit crazy, but we all loved it.
When all the clouds darken up the skyway, this rainbow.
Didn't you feel your life had ended when the Lord sent you home?
Life ended a little bit extreme. It was obviously upsetting, but to be honest, I genuinely thought I was going a long before then. So every week I stayed in, I was expecting to go double elimination week.
Yes.
And I couldn't believe I wasn't even in the bottom two that week, and I was just like, what's going on? It was crazy. So, I genuinely was happy for the other girls, and I thought it's my time, what's meant to be will be. And
Feedback and make a man out of you.
definitely remember this gig for the rest of my life.
Why?
Because it's just been an amazing experience, amazing journey. You know, the cast are phenomenal, and yeah, it was the first job out of, you know, Over the Rainbow, the series that like kind of changed my life in a way. How cringy does that sound? But yeah, it did. So this is like the first step on that ladder.
There's never a second first time, so this should be special.
Exactly.
Thank you, Steph.
No problem.
Cause I'm a woman.